a prophecy from the Lord's Word, part of the prophecy that, or more of the prophecy that we just said in our recitation. Parts of this prophecy might be hard to understand, but there are other parts that you'll probably recognize as soon as you hear them. Listen and see what you recognize. Nevertheless, the gloom will not be upon her who is distressed, as when at first he lightly esteemed the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, and afterwards more heavily oppressed her by way of the sea beyond the Jordan, in Galilee of the Gentiles. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who dwelt in the land of the shadow of death, upon them a light has shined. You have multiplied the nation and increased its joy. They rejoice before you as men rejoice when they divide the spoil, according to the joy of harvest. For you have broken the yoke of his burden and the staff of his oppressor, the staff of his shoulder, as in the day of Midian. For every warrior's sandal from the noisy battle and garments rolled in blood will be used for burning and fuel of fire. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful, Counselor, God, the Mighty One, Father of Eternity, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end, upon the throne of David and over his kingdom, to order it and establish it with judgment and justice from that time forward, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. So we all know who that child that would be born is, right? The son that was given to us. That's the baby Lord who was laid in a manger on Christmas Day, the very first Christmas when he was born. And that prophecy lists a whole lot of names that the Lord has. Let's make sure we all know what all of those names mean. First name is Wonderful, and that's pretty obvious, right? We all know what it means to be wonderful. The next name is Counselor. What is a counselor? Julian. Somebody who directs people, yeah. But not just because he feels like being bossy, right? Why is a counselor directing people or guiding people? He's helping them be better people, exactly. That's exactly what the Lord does. And then the Lord is God. You know what that means. He is the Mighty One. And that word, it's really just one word in the Hebrew, and it means specifically someone who's like a hero in war, someone who's a mighty soldier. And the Lord has that name because he was born on earth to save us and to fight for us. He was born on earth to protect us from the evil spirits. And in the end, the Lord fought against every single evil spirit all by himself. And he won. And that's why he's called the Mighty One. He's a hero. He's the Father of eternity. What does eternity mean? What's another word that means the same thing as eternity? Yeah? Forever. The Lord is the Father of eternity because he has always been here and he is always in charge. He's been God forever, and he will be God forever. And he is the Prince of Peace. Because what he wants all of us to have is peace in our hearts. And the amazing thing about Christmas and about the Lord being born in this world is that he came down and he was a tiny little baby in a manger. But that tiny little baby was all of those things. He was God and he was the Mighty One. He was a baby, but he was also the Father of eternity. hard to picture being all of those things at once, but that's who the Lord is. Now, this isn't a real baby. It's just a baby doll. And it's really just here to help us think about real babies, because this is kind of cute, but nowhere near as special as a real baby. Real babies are surrounded by a special sphere. They make you feel wonderful feelings. What do you feel when you see a tiny little baby? Ella? Say that louder. Happy. Yep. Happy? Excited? Yep. What do you feel like doing to the little baby? What do you want to do to it? At the back, Rio? Hug it? Yeah. Yeah, you want to hold the baby. You want to touch it gently. Yeah. Babies are surrounded by a sphere of innocence, and it's the softest and most special thing that we can imagine. It's the most gentle thing that we can imagine. And so we want to touch babies so gently. And the Lord became a baby, and he was surrounded by that sphere of innocence, really even more powerful than a human baby would have surrounding them. So much gentleness and softness. Tenderness is a good word. Tenderness means gentle, gentle love. And at the same time, the Lord was so strong. He was a mighty one. And like I said, he went and he fought all the evil spirits at once, all by himself, and he won. That's what his love is like. It's both of those things at once. It's so soft and so gentle and so strong. And that's what all real love is like. It's gentle and it's strong together. And you can maybe see that if we think about the way that parents love their kids. Have your mom or your dad ever spoken to you with strong words? We can all raise our hands, right? No, you may not do that. Why do parents say things like that? Yeah. They want their kids to follow the Lord, or at least they want their kids to do the right thing. And sometimes parents use strong words when they shouldn't, because we're all learning to be better parents. All parents are slowly learning to be better and better parents. But parents mostly use those strong words because they want us to learn to do the right thing. They want us to see that the choice we're making is going to hurt something. And so when parents use those strong words, they're helping us fight the evil spirits, just like the Lord came to fight the evil spirits. But then think of how softly, how tenderly your parents smile at you and how they want to hold you and be close to you. Parents' love is tender and strong together. And maybe the best way to picture both of those things being together is to think of getting a really strong hug. When someone holds you close, you can feel the strength in their arms, and yet it's so soft. That's what real love is like, and that's what the Lord's love is like. He came to show us what that love looks like. He came to show us that he is so loving and so powerful. And that's what we celebrate at Christmas.